Welcome again to a video about Amazon Flex. I've been thinking about doing Amazon Flex, and the other day I finally went out there and actually did a shift. I did a block. I liked it. It was something I can get used to, and it's the process. I didn't know what to expect. I watched some videos on here, so I knew a little bit about it, but not enough to predict how the shift would go. So I started off with a small shift. It was actually a late shift. It was an 8 to 10 p.m. shift. I didn't even know they delivered that late. But anyway, I got it. I accepted the block. I went down to the warehouse. You drive into the garage, into the warehouse. They tell you where to pull up. And they got this cart for you. It's a cart full of packages. The number of packages, I guess, is determined by the length of the shift. Mine was only a 2-hour shift, 2-hour block. So it wasn't that many packages. It was, I think, about 13 packages, I think, on there. So you take your phone. The thing is, there's people there that you could ask questions to. The Amazon employees. They'll give you basic information, but for the most part, you kind of gotta wing it. You know, your first time, it's kind of like you're on your own, but nothing's difficult about it. You go in there, they give you a cart that's assigned to you. You take your phone. You gotta scan everything in, scan each package in. And the way I did it was, I scanned each package, took it off from the cart, put it on the floor, scanned, put it on the floor. Once I scanned everything, and all 13 of my packages were laid out on the floor, I packed my vehicle accordingly to where I was going to go drop off first. So I try to do it in order. But that's another thing. So I got everything loaded. I scanned everything in. I loaded it, and I took off and I went. And the area I was working in was actually pretty close, about 10 minutes away from the warehouse. So I go to my first stop. And then the second stop, and it gives you a list in which is the order in which it wants you to deliver. But honestly, it's terrible. The order in which they have you delivering, they'll have you deliver on a street, and then 4 stops later, you're back on the same street. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't think you need too much. I think you can get by without experience. But if you've got delivering experience in the past of any sort, I think it will definitely help you. I do have delivering experience in the past, so it definitely helped me in this case. But you got to use your head. If you go based off of the list that they want you in the order to deliver the packages, what's going to end up happening is you're going to go zigzag. You're going to be crisscrossing all day. But there's a feature on there that says map. Now, if you go and hit that button, it actually shows you all your stops on a map. And it's got numbers. Each stop is assigned a number. But you don't have to go in the order it tells you to. You can actually hit the number on the map, and it will take you to that stop. It's going to say, do you want to deliver out of sequence? Something like that. And you just say yes. And you keep moving. See, what you want to do is you want to have a strategy. You want to knock out one side of the street and then go to another side of the street, so forth and so forth. What you want to do is you don't want to go in circles. You want to be efficient with it, save your gas and time. But that's something you pick up on. I just want to stick to my experience. So I go to the first stop, boom, knock it out. Second stop, boom, knock it out. And before I knew it, I was almost done. I only had like 2 stops left. It's very easy. You pull up to the destination. You look for your package that goes to that destination. And you walk out with it, and it says scan. And you scan it. And then you take it to the door. Most packages, you can just drop off at the door. And then once you take it to the door, it's going to ask for a picture. Now, if there's nobody there, or you don't knock on the door, which you don't have to unless it's asked for it. If it says deliver to such and such person, signature required, then You know, that's different. But most packages you can just leave on the porch in a safe place behind the door, maybe prop it behind the door. So you take the package, you put it there, and it asks you to take a picture of it. You take the picture of it, and then boom, that's it. You move on to the next one. Now, working at night, though, it provided me with a different challenge. I mean, seeing the numbers and stuff, it was very difficult to see some of these numbers because it was dark and not everybody had their porch lights on and stuff like that. So that was difficult. But I figured it out. Also, what I liked about it, the Amazon map isn't that bad at all. I know a lot of people said they had problems with it, but the navigation on the map through the system itself is pretty good. So that wasn't an issue. But overall, you know, I don't want to get into too much detail about my experiences, but overall, I definitely liked it. It was a good experience. I made a couple dollars, and most of the stops are right in there in the same vicinity. I was in the suburbs. There's 2 packages I couldn't deliver. One was a bad address. It was the customer's fault. And then there was another one where it was late. So it was 8 to 10, and it was about 9:45. And I pulled up to this destination where it was an apartment building, and it required a code to get into the door. And I didn't know the code, and I tried to call through the apartment system. I tried to call the customer, but they didn't answer, so I couldn't deliver that one. So I had to take the 2 packages back. So out of the 13, I delivered 11. Took 2 back. You take it, you drop it off, and you leave. Now, one tip I do want to pass along is, under no circumstances do you want to work past your shift. So if it's 8 to 10, plan your shift accordingly. Hopefully you finish all your packages and you drop off and you're good to go, and you can move on, go home, do whatever. But if it's a couple packages where you're unable to deliver it, make sure you know how far you are from the station so that you can give yourself enough time to deliver the package back to the warehouse and still be done before your shift is up, because you don't want to work over your shift because they don't pay you extra. It's a good source of income. I'm going to keep doing it. It's a good source of income, extra money. The only thing is, if you wanted to do it full time, it might be an issue because I don't think there's enough blocks yet. I don't think there's enough work to keep you busy all day. Because the thing is, it's first come, first serve. You gotta keep looking to see when the blocks are available, and then when you see a block, that's when you accept it. The thing is, there's not blocks all throughout the day, and somebody else might beat you to it because it's first come, first serve. So if you're thinking about doing it full time, I'm not sure if you could, because it's not dependable enough to do that. But as a supplemental thing, oh, it's great. If you're doing it as secondary income, is excellent. But with the holidays coming up here in a few months, I think it's gonna be busy and it's gonna be very consistent. So around the holidays, I think you can definitely do it as a full-time job, seasonal full-time job. So anyway, for me, A+ experience. I loved it. It was fun. It was quick. It was easy. The system's cool. The system's easy to navigate and everything. If you need help, you call them. You call the support line, and they actually call you right back. It's like there's no sitting down and waiting for them to call you. They call you right back. It's a very good system. As expected, you know, it's Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world. So it's a great system. I liked it. I would definitely do it again. I highly recommend it. I'll check back in with y'all in a few weeks so I can pass along more experiences. But for now, thumbs up, good to go. If you're on the fence, go for it. Real Root signing out. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. If you drive already, you know, tell me about your experiences. But anyway, have a great day. I'm out.